This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Harley Race.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
This is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans, welcome to the November edition of the John Cena Sr.'s Fabo Pop presents the MWF Superstar Zone. I'm Dan Mirade over in Studio B. They look rather cramped over there, but it's frickin' frack themselves. John Cena Sr., president of MWF South, the leader of the uprising, as well as his Virgil, Cam Zagimmi. Welcome, gentlemen.
You know, I've got the monitor over here. First of all, you're holding that little goofy, little-looking Alvin the Chipmunk
This
dog.
is not Alvin the Chipmunk.
Oh, what is this?
Do you want to know what this is?
It's a hamster? Is that what that is?
This is the John Cena Sr. Halloween action figure.
It is, the
told.
John Cena Sr. Halloween action figure.
Yes.
Well, the way you're dressed and the way you look, you're the Halloween action figure and the motto and the poster boy for the Salvation Army. Donate your old clothes and old toys. Mirade, shave and dress up.
Mr. Senior, if you were in the condition I was, where it's so difficult to stand in one spot at the same time, you'd realize shaving is a challenge, but you don't really consider folks' needs like that. All you consider is what it takes to line your pockets with cash.
I don't have to worry about shaving. I have a young lady that comes in and shaves me every morning. If I need to be dressed, I can be helped.
Whoa.
But look at you, Jenny boy. Did you see his clothes?
I did.
And what does he look like?
Unfortunately.
A bag man, somebody off the street.
Quite a growl.
He represents the MWF. Can you see why I'm trying to get rid of him? He looks like a bum. He looks like, what? What's that guy that runs around here? Quincy Rastani?
I wish I had the style of Quincy Rastani, but you know what? I'm trying to enjoy the last days of nice weather we have before it becomes winter. I have a shirt out of my wardrobe from when I had a home in Florida. Ready for MWF South, I returned down there. I feel I'm rather dressed appropriately.
You are certainly dressed appropriate. They say black makes you look thinner, Dan. In your case, your head's so big, why don't you get a black hat so it'll fit the rest of your body?
Your head's so big they need to kill 2 raccoons to make a piece for it, but that's a different story for a different time. I know you and Virgil have been busy over there plotting away a lot of your schemes. It's going to be a big November here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation. Everybody's talking about it down in the great state of North Carolina at MWFNC.com. It is the Night of Champions Nightmare on Ionia Street, and it's certainly going to be a nightmare when you come to town to try and help the great folks at the South Robeson Rescue Squad.
Great group of folks down there. But I understand that Warhawk Dylan Cage may be on the warpath after John Cena Sr. Well, you know what, Dylan? You took my money, you cashed my check. You accepted the terms of the agreement for not showing up. And now you want to turn around, make these ironic, idiotic quotes. I'm going to do things to you like they've never been done before. Freddy Krueger, listen to me. When I get down there, we'll straighten this whole thing out. And if I can't straighten it out, Dylan Cage, I'll buy you and your promotion, and I'll do exactly what my friend Vince would do. You're fired!
Oh, don't quit your day job.
Listen.
Now, is your Virgil going to be with you to carry your bags at the airport?
I don't have a Virgil. I have a young assistant here who's a professional wrestler, who's got a brain, who can do for himself. I have young ladies carry my bags, Dan. Unlike you, I understand the people that carry your bags, well, another story for another time.
Yes,
but you don't carry bags.
No.
I need an airport attendant to help me, but that's a different story for a different time.
Well, if you dressed
indeed.
right, they probably would help you. You look like they're probably throwing quarters in your hat.
I look like I'm on vacation. I look like I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you look like you're ready to go. Danvers is closed.
Oh, that's just wrong. But again, look at who it's coming from. The man behind this action figure. Big action here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation. What a month we had on the MWF Superstar Zone in October, President. You talk about tricks and treats. Jay Freddy returned to action, defeating Jason Rumble in singles competition. What a matchup that was. Jay Freddy's looking pretty good, and he's looking for the members of your uprising, including Verge over there.
You know what? I'm not going to speak for Mr. Sagami. I'm going to let him speak for himself. But I'll just address this issue, and then I'll let Mr. Sagami address Mr. Freddy's issue. I don't care who you are, where you come from, how big you are, how small you are, how much money you have. You can come after the uprising anytime you want, because we will, and I'll damn well guarantee we will, kick your ass from one side of the ring to the other and send you out of Memorial Hall or wherever venue you were in an ambulance. And this kid right here, well, you saw what he did to Bo Douglas. Tell him.
Bo Douglas, he was a groveler, and I got rid of him with my good looks, my hair, the teachings of this guy right here. It's all I need.
You two have attempted to humiliate poor Bo Douglas, an MWF original from back in 2001. The biggest groveler in professional wrestling, you call him. I've seen comments made about the basketball gear that he wears to the ring. What is the problem with Bo Douglas, Johnny? I got to ask you first. I know your Virgil is just trying to tag along, but you tried to buy him in 2006, and now you're trying to destroy the poor man.
I tried to buy him in 2013. Why do you think I had him destroyed? He wouldn't accept the offer. And besides, he doesn't just wear that basketball gear. Sometimes he wears a suit. Douglas, the offer's still on the table. I am the maker of champions, the maker of winners, unlike Mirade, losers. If you want to be with a man who makes champions and has winners, come to the right side. Otherwise, you can be like the rest of those pencil-neck geeks, go over there with Danny Boy and lose. So the offer's on the table, Douglas. You want it. You want to come into the stable? You, Zagami. I've got who else? Slick Wagner Brown, Antonio Thomas, Rick Fuller, the executioner Brian Malonis.
Tommaso Ciampa, you're forgetting your own name.
I'm not forgetting Tommaso Ciampa. He was out. He couldn't be there. But I'm telling you what, we are a force to be reckoned with. Come to the right side. Don't go to the losing side.
Well, it is a dangerous force to be reckoned with, Johnny, but as far as Bo Douglas goes, I know what your little plot is. You want to humiliate him. If he does not take your financial offer, you're not going to send one of the big five after him, so to speak. You want to try and use the Gimme Zagami Virgil over there to try and put the final nail in his coffin. Do you think he's man enough to take out Bo once and for all?
Let me say something real quick, Dan.
Well, let's hear this.
It took 10 seconds. 10 seconds for me to step in the ring with Bo Douglas, hit him with the Camtastrophe.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Okay? Bo might have been wrestling for however long, but he's been spinning his wheels. And by joining us, that would be the best thing to happen to his career, without a doubt.
What you don't understand is that Bo Douglas is a graduate of the Killer Kowalski School of Professional Wrestling. Unlike this damn fool that walks around with his piece, he actually paid his dues. No matter where he wound up from 1997 to 2013, that's fate and the wrestling gods. You have proven and done nothing in professional wrestling. So in my opinion, you are nothing other than for someone to sit there and shine his damn shoes.
Hey, you know what? You want to say all this stuff about paying dues. Everybody tries to work up to here. And you know what? I was born here. Okay, I was given opportunities here when everybody's still trying to climb that ladder. Okay, I was given the opportunity by Mr. Sr. here, and I have been climbing the ladder faster than all these other guys in MWF. Okay? When an opportunity knocks, I take it, and I take advantage of it. And that's what I just did.
And I want to know, you want to get me riled up? You already got me going. Where is the justification in what you did to Todd Hansen last month on Cyberstars, Cena? Where is the justification where you paid off Cowboy Bob Orton to attack Todd Hansen from behind. When you and Virgil are already out there, Antonio Thomas beats him.
Everybody's got a price.
Then
you hear me,
Mirade?
Mirade? I don't care where you are. You got a damn price too. And I'll buy your silly ass. And when I do, you're out of here.
That fat slob Malonis ran out. Slick ran out. Antonio Thomas ran out. It was a 7-on-1 beatdown before Devon Dudley, Bob Hawley, and Bobby Lashley came out and ran your dead ass out of the building.
Nobody ran me out of the
Your
building.
dead ass
I
was run out of the
personally
building.
left the building, Mirade.
If
Don't
I
tell
was out
me.
there,
I
I
was
would've
right
slapped
there.
you across
Todd
the
Hansen
mouth.
was made an offer too. He declined. You see what happens to people that decline the offers of the generous John Cena Sr.? You either wound up with broken heads, broken bones, or you can never find a job in the wrestling business. Douglas, you want a job? You want to work? Come over here. Otherwise, I'll break your legs and you'll never wrestle again. Mirade, you shut up and you listen. All you professional wrestlers out there, you know where the money is. You know where the maker of champions is. He stands there and he taunts and yells about Todd Hansen this, Todd Hansen that. You know what? If you'd have listened to me, Hansen, you'd have had the gold. You'd have been the champion. The guy that listened to me was the one person that nobody, and I mean nobody, ever expected to be bought. And that includes loudmouth Hukahuna Hawaii over there with his girly shirt. I bought Cowboy Bob Orton. One of the best deals I ever made in professional wrestling. You know what? I got a lot more money and a lot more purchases to make. And before I'm done, I will own the NWF and I'll own the locker room. Because you know what? Maybe, just maybe, Dan, the MWF South needs to come north.
Well, maybe you're going to find out, jackass, just why Todd Hansen is the brand new bad. Because he's not just coming for your boys. He's not just coming for your Virgil. He's coming for this.
He's coming for this. Well, you know what, Todd Hansen? Let's make one thing perfectly clear. The day you even think you're going to lay a finger on me is the day I have you arrested and locked up.
Yeah,
Nobody.
You're big on suspension.
No,
I'm
I'm
big on locking people up.
Dan,
You're a jackass.
There's one thing about me, unlike you. At least when I say something, I follow through. I said you would not be the executive vice presidents of talent relation. Are you the vice president anymore? No. You're just a coolie. You're a nobody. You're a loser. Todd Hansen, get the fleas out of your beard. Get the ticks out of your hair. Get down to the real world and get the hell out of the woods. Stop being the Viking man and be the Todd Hansen that I knew. The Todd Hansen that I know. The man who wants the gold. The man who's hungry.
He wants the gold.
Come to the man who can provide it. Me. Not Dan Mirade. Not the losing board of directors of the MWF.
Oh, the board of directors are filled with losers now.
Let me tell you
Is that what
something.
you're trying to say?
After I've seen you grovel and kiss their butts, and now they're having second thoughts, let me tell you something. That board of directors has got one more visit coming from me. This time, believe me, there'll be a box big enough to put you right in it.
Well, I'll be in at the next MWF board of directors meetings too. Don't worry about that. One thing that's very important about that I want to talk about is we kind of switch gears going back to MWF Cyberstars last month. We do have this big event coming back to Fairmont, North Carolina. It's MWF Night of Champions, Nightmare on Ionia Street. Not only will you be their president along with the MWF Southern Heavyweight Champion, the Warhawk Dylan Cage as he's known there, the return of the wild and unpredictable boogeyman. And when he gets his hands on you in your piece, there could be worms coming in and out of it.
Mirade, I only know one thing. I know several of the members of that organization are police officers. I don't care, boogeyman, whose room you sneaking into. I don't care whose kid you're scaring. I don't care what comes out of your nightstick, smoke and flames. And I don't care if you're stupid enough to eat worms. You will never put your hands on me or put worms in my mouth, because I'll guarantee the one time you do, it'll be like the bubble bursting. The boogeyman's done and the BS is over. You hear me? I will see if you even come near me, even extend your hand to me, you will spend your night right there in prison, right there with the rest of the boogeyman.
What kind of a coward do you have to be at a professional wrestling match to say, if a professional wrestler puts his hand on you, you're going to try and put him to jail?
Excuse me, am I
You're
a wrestler?
Am I
a wrestler?
You're a piece
no,
of
I'm
trash.
a manager.
You're a
I'm
scumbag.
a manager and an owner.
You're a lowlife.
I deal with money, Mirade.
You're the
I don't
underbelly of
deal.
this
Look
business.
I deal with cash. I don't deal with idiots.
That
and I
money
know
is
the
about as
boogeyman.
real as the hair on your action figure.
Stop the hair on the head stuff. Come on over and give it a yank if you'd like. Let me tell you something. I have nothing but respect for the boogeyman. He and I have gone show to show, toe to toe. And each time we've respected each other and respected each other's territories. But you know what?
Oh, each other's territories, my ass. What do you think you are? Roy Shire out in San Francisco, running the San Francisco Battle Royal every January?
Danny boy, all I'm telling you is
The
this.
LaBelle's up in Los Angeles.
If I have
John
to,
Owen in Portland,
if I
Oregon.
have to wrestle,
Dean Kiniski
I
in
will.
Vancouver.
But I'm telling you right now, I don't have to do that.
Calgary.
That's why I have a legal team. That's why I have bodyguards. Danny boy, you gotta learn.
Him,
No,
that little
the guy
boy band member you have sitting with you right now, he needs his ass kicked too. If Bo Douglas gets his hand on him in a proper situation, a one-on-one setting, without kicking him below the belt, he's going to get his little ass kicked too.
Yeah, you know, Dan, I got to say, that was a ballsy match. However, Bo Douglas lost. Douglas, I think the world of you, guy. You want to come over here? You want to be a winner? We're building a hell of a stable and a hell of a faction. I'm looking for professionals. Douglas, you can be what you were, a professional and a champion. Come to my side, Bob Orton did.
And what were you calling him before the show and on the air, you jackass? You were calling him the biggest groveler in professional wrestling. A professional groveler, I believe, is the term
Mr.
you
Zagami,
used.
did I call him a groveler?
Not
did I
at
say
all.
he
You
was
called
a
him
groveler?
a
Absolutely
professional
not.
groveler.
Bro, you know what? I think, would you concur and say that Dan Mirade is a liar?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
You said he was like Tim Miller going through garbage cans looking for free meals.
No, I never said
Oh, no,
that.
it must have been
That
another-
was like
must have been another
Mirade
ball.
going through
Must have
trash
been another
looking
ball.
for a razor and another shirt because he's got to do another TV show. You know what, Dan? Look, you're so upset because
I'm very
I
upset.
am
And you know why.
defeating you
And you know why.
at
And you know why
every-
we're getting to why.
Danny boy, there's a lot more coming. Let me tell you something, Dan. I fought bigger and I fought better. And I always win. I'm in this to win. I want you out. And until that happens, I will do anything and everything in my power, Mr. Zagami's power, the Uprising's power, to destroy the MWF.
So what do you want to do? Cause a modern-day catastrophe so all that's left standing are the seven of you?
I want to bring back professional wrestling, not your three-ring circus. You got a guy in the ring that's so big, I can't get in that ring, I'm not breaking. Dan, this is business. If you don't want to get in the ring, then pack your bag and get your ass out of town.
I'd like to see you say that to Viscera's face. Despite what he might have been saying in the locker room. I'd like to see you grow a pair down below and say that to Viscera's face.
Viscera. I didn't hire him, you did. I didn't hire him, you did, Dan.
Because
but believe me,
we're at war right now.
believe me, Danny boy, if I had Mr. V, and I have no idea what transpired. I'm merely using an example that came out of your mouth. All I'm saying
Didn't
is,
come out of my mouth.
I booked the individual. If the individual doesn't want to do what I say, then guess what? I have no further use for you. The way you came in is the way you can go out, and don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
All right, we're really getting off topic. I've destroyed this script. I feel like Jim Ross at the SummerSlam video game symposium.
Script? Are you saying this is fake?
Not saying it's fake. I'm saying there's an outline of the damn show, you fool.
Yeah, right here. It says, Dan Mirade has a fluffy shirt, non-shaven, holds a dancing hamster in his hand because he couldn't get a date. Couldn't get a date.
This is you.
That's me. Yep.
That's
looks
your
more
action
like
figure.
T.C. Rastani.
I'm not familiar. I only know Quincy and Patera.
Uh-huh.
Nonetheless, again, fans, it's Saturday night, November the 9th, from the Fairmont Middle School, Fairmont, North Carolina. Mr. Cena, Dylan Cage, the Boogeyman, all your favorite MWF South superstars. Continue to check out MWFNC.com for all the details. We're trying to help the great folks at the South Robeson Rescue Squad, some of the greatest fans in the MWF universe, if you want to call it that, come from North Carolina. We have so many visitors from both North and South Carolina, where we look to expand into. Are really psyched about this one. The MWF offices are down there in the Carolinas now, where Mr. Cena resides, along with Linda Mirade and a host of others that operate and are going to give you a fantastic show. And again, the best value in professional wrestling while helping a great cause at a great time. And even though I hate you, Johnny, I can't take that away from you.
Great cause, great time, great people. I don't live in North Carolina or South Carolina.
No, you have an office.
I have an
and a
office
piece.
down there. My home is one of the secluded islands off of the Virgin Islands with my yachts, with my young ladies. But I will say this. For the first time, I have to agree with whatever you want to call that in the other studio. They are the best fans. The North Carolina, South Carolina
They're
fans.
not the best. They're great fans.
They are what?
They're great fans. They're not the
great
best.
fans? Well, you know what? They're the best I've seen in North Carolina and South Carolina. So I can't wait to go down. Can't wait to see my friend Dylan Cage. I'm getting mixed feelings from various people up here that Dylan is gunning for me. Let's see what happens. As Dan would say, that'll make for a great story for another time.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, too. I'm going to try
you going?
I'm going to try and make
I'm
my way down.
canceling my flight. John Cena Sr. will not be at the MWF South if Dan Mirade goes.
No, we'll see about that. But let's talk about the following Saturday, even bigger, MWF Holiday Headlocks 2013. Last year, right here in this very studio, it was myself, President Bear, who unfortunately has passed, WWE Hall of Famer Ron Simmons, and we raised cash for the cause. What's the cause? We want to try and create as many smiles as humanly possible this holiday season. No matter what your faith may be, whether you celebrate Christmas, Yule, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it may be, we want to make sure that every kid gets a visit from Santa, and we're going to have a spectacular event that you want to be a part of. Holiday Headlocks, it's not a live wrestling event. What it is that it features an autograph photo fan fest, dinner with the stars. You get a full Kowloon buffet dinner, which is delicious. We're going to have great charity auctions and raffles, as well as an interactive question and answer session where you get to play the host and ask the superstars on the panel the questions. And that takes place Saturday, November the 16th, Kowloon, Route 1 North in Saugus. Johnny, I know with your big appetite, you're certainly looking forward to that one, and I'm sure Virgil will be looking for a free meal.
Mr. Zagami.
Hey, you know, I love the Kowloon as much as the next guy, and I agree with you. I think this is a great cause, and I think I might leave the ego behind for this event, or maybe some of it, and maybe I'll set up a table where people can touch my hair for $5, and I can donate it to charity.
Put your ego aside. Do you think anyone would come to this Holiday Headlocks to see you?
Well, who wouldn't? Am I right?
Let's talk about who is going to be there that you may actually want to see. I do know that President Cena is going to be there. He's not President Cena here. I get him confused. He's the president of the South. He's just a pain in the ass up north. Out of the kindness of his heart, he is going to bring the spinning WWE U.S. Championship belt. It is ring-used by John Cena, the biggest star in this century of professional wrestling. And Johnny, I have to give you kudos on that, no matter what I may think of you personally. Not only that, the lovely former WWE Women's Champion, Deborah, will be joining us. There are no animals allowed in Kowloon. There are an exception for the puppies. We look forward to Deborah being with us on November the 16th. What about the fun-loving Godfather, a man that spent many years in WWE. He made sure that everyone knew pimping wasn't easy. He will be at Kowloon on November the 16th, and we have a bonus. If you have an Ultra VIP package, you get to come into Holiday Headlocks a little early, and you get to have an exclusive photo op with Papa Shango. It's not open to those with regular VIP tickets or general admission. If you have an Ultra VIP package, you get the Papa Shango photo option. What about the man that knows all about head? Best friends with Quincy Rastani, Al Snow. Man that's held various championships in WWE. He was the head trainer in WWE, no pun intended. Head trainer on Tough Enough. He's a talent agent in TNA with their Gut Check program. Seen it all, done it all. One of the most humorous people you'll ever meet in wrestling. I can't wait to see my friend Al on November the 16th. And then, what about a man that's headlined WrestleManias? A man that's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Cauliflower Alley Club Award recipient. Multi-time WWE Tag Team Champion. $1 million champion. We're talking about the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase. This is a posse. We're going to be partying all night. I know Johnny takes his Ovaltine and goes to bed around 8 o'clock. But November the 16th at Kowloon, Holiday Headlocks is going to raise cash for the cause. We're going to have a great holiday season, and you're going to get to meet, greet, and eat with the superstars. If you have that Ultra VIP package, you get to sit with one of the stars. Check out bostonwrestling.com for tickets. Complete details. Again, you'll see why it is, again, a tremendous value. The Ultra VIP package would go for $300. Face value, we have it at not even a third of that. Johnny, your thoughts on this big event coming to Kowloon? It's certainly years in the making.
You know, there reaches a point in my life or a time when I have to lay aside the differences that you and I have. I think this is a great opportunity, and I mean a great opportunity, for the true wrestling fans to come out and meet the fans, to come out and see the stars of yesteryear, the stars of now, and who knows, we may even have some of the stars of tomorrow. But you got a great lineup there. I can't wait. I love to go to kennels. I love to go to pet stores. I'm one of those people that just love puppies. So, you know, my suggestion to you is come on down to the Kowloon. Great food, great place. You've got an outstanding lineup, photographs, autographs, and you know the one thing I'm real worried about here is no holds barred Q&A. Ask whatever you want, when you want, from any one of the superstars. Listen, for the price it can't be beat, for what your money is buying, any wrestling fan would give 3 times that. I know it's not the end of the lineup. I know that those involved are seeking other talent. It will be, in my opinion, a night to remember, a worthwhile night where you the fans, can dig in and help out those less fortunate. And again, even though I may have stolen Santa's GPS, we may be able to get it back. So all those young boys and girls, the less fortunate, because of fans like you, who are willing to dig in their pockets and help out, let's give them a very Merry Christmas.
It's also worth noting the holiday season, it's tough on everybody. I know when both of the little Miradis were in my life full time, it used to be a very expensive time of year to make sure that Christmas happened. You can break up, if you spend more than $99, which is one Ultra VIP package, or however you get to $99 in ticket sales, you can break the payments up over 6 months to make it much less troublesome on the wallet, which is another great option that we have. Again, you can check out bostonwrestling.com for that. Just some of the items we're going to have in the charity auctions and raffles are going to blow your mind. We're going to get into that in the coming days, because we're literally days away now that we've pretty much reached November. I'm looking forward to it. The pre-sales have been phenomenal. So excited about that. We've never had quite an event like this at Kowloon, where it encompasses a dinner and a Q&A like that. We didn't quite know what to expect. We're very, very happy with that. So I think it's going to be a great night overall. This was my baby originally, where I was stripped of some of my duties here in the MWF in September. I am still involved in the fundraising aspects of the MWF. I think, like Johnny said, this is one thing we can agree upon. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Now, I think I have to agree with Dan Mirade. It's very rare that I do this. I think it's very rare that Mr. Sagami does this. But now is the time to pull together. Now is the time to sit back and say, we realize there's a lot going on in this world and a lot going on in this country. There are a lot of children that go to bed without food and will go to bed Christmas Eve waking up to empty rooms, cold homes, and no toys. This is our chance as wrestling fans to prove that we can make a difference. So from me and Mr. Sagami, we're both here asking you to make a difference. See you the 16th, Kowloon, November 16th, Holiday Headlocks. Be there. I know Sagami is, I know I am, and I'll even buy Mirade a ginger ale.
Oh, wow, you're all hot. Again, it's your chance to meet, greet, and eat with the superstars. Not to say anything against my good friends at our good friends at the Cauliflower Alley Club, but if you go to the banquet out there, you get 2 dinners for $100. This also includes a Q&A. It gives you an autograph and photo opportunities. We have these great autographed and rare memorabilia from WWE and TNA that we're able to present to you to try and help what we're doing. It's a really awesome thing, and we hope everyone will be a part of Holiday Headlocks. And there are rumors swirling around that if November 16th is a success, we may have an official online version of it on Sunday, December the 8th, but that remains to be seen. But what I do know is, after speaking with Deborah, she said she has a special gift for someone here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation, and you seem to think that it's you.
Listen, Debbie, I can't tell you. I am here. That gift, what can I say? She doesn't have to do that. I mean, look, champagne, Deborah, quiet candles, fireplace, the whole bit. I just want to thank you in advance for that gift. I'm sure it's lovely, and I just hope they don't bark.
What I want to know is, what if she decides to take the puppies and rub them in this and it falls off?
Well, first of all, both Mr. Sagami and I know that this is not going to fall off. I don't know where you get your information from. I don't know where you get your sources, but you are 150% off base. All I know is, Deborah, bring your gift. Come on up. Come down to New England. Have a great time. Help us raise some funds. And who knows? Right?
I don't know what you're trying to insinuate. I can't see you, luckily, in the studio.
Well, you know what? All I can tell you is that, Deborah is a wonderful human being. She's going to the Kowloon for some young thing. What better, some young thing than Mr. Ken Sagami? What better prize? And whatever she's bringing me, look, Deb, don't go out of your way, but I can't wait to shake your hand and say hello, meet you, maybe, take a picture or something, whatever. And who knows, after the night is over, get in my limo, we can take off, have a quiet night in Boston, get on the yacht, sail a little bit up and down the Boston Harbor. It could be that kind of an evening, that kind of a night, because we are those kinds of people, unlike Cheapo Mirade.
Well, if she got involved with the two of you, she'd be having a course of some Ting Wong, but that's a different story for a different time. Now, I don't know how much time is left. Maybe Nico can come out and give me the little hand signal. But I want to talk about this situation with my cell phone. I know you're the ultimate scumbag that I'd like to pound and beat the hell out of. Same thing goes for your Virgil. But when I found out that someone took the predecessor to this cell phone that had 300 contacts in it, pictures of the little Mirades, videos of the kids, vacations, non-wrestling things, wrestling things. I'm getting the countdown now. I think I'm getting to 10.
6.
6. Well, apparently you have better eyes than I do. If you stole my phone, I am going to kill you. How about that? Maybe you could go to the board of directors and have me suspended. If you took my phone with pictures of those kids in it, I will beat the ever-living you-know-what out of you, up and from MWF Studios down to Memorial Hall, up Upham Street to Kowloon. I will shove my foot so far up your ass, people will think you're choking on my toes if you open your mouth. Do you know anything about my phone?
Yeah, we know about his phone. It's cheap.
It was
It's
an
a cheap
iPhone.
phone.
It was the
It's
same
a cheap
phone as this.
Oh, come on. Get a real phone, will you please?
I'm asking you right now, not just as a scumbag from professional wrestling, but as a man that has children.
Yep.
Did you have anything to do with someone stealing my phone?
Never saw your phone.
Who's do you know
Never saw your phone.
did you have someone set it up?
Never set it up.
Did you pay anyone to
Never
do it?
paid anybody to do it.
You have no knowledge of the
No
phone's
knowledge of where your
whereabouts.
phone is.
What about Virgil?
Anybody else hate you besides me?
What about Virgil?
Virgil,
would-
Mr. Sagami, forget it's Virgil. Did you know anything about his phone?
I would never steal your phone. There's nothing of interest.
Do we know anybody
On
who
your
would
phone?
steal his phone?
Of course not.
Do we set anybody up to steal his phone?
Of course not.
Wow, then why would he even question our integrity?
I want to know where the phone is. I thought it was lost until someone
found
attempted to blackmail me the other day with it online. And as I put out on Twitter, blackmail my ass. There is none of that with me. I want the phone back. I want the contacts, the pictures, the videos back in my possession. Because when I do find out who had something to do with it, you can forget about professional wrestling. Someone's body is going to be hurt bad because there will be blood, bones could be broken, teeth could be lost. You will not interfere with things that have to do with my real life. You get the kids involved with this. You've made your little comments about this and that, about Linda Mirade. You talk about those two kids, I'll slit your throat.
Now, are we talking about a man who's all there? Mr. Sagami, I would think we're dealing with a very psychotic, bipolar, screwed up individual who needs to seek psychiatric help.
Yes.
There is no
Yes.
question in my mind that if the board of directors of the MWF sees this video of what Mirade just did, they will have no choice but to completely get rid of him. He is a threat and a danger to himself, to the organization, and those around him. He, what's the word? All the marbles aren't in the bag. And for somebody to be that psychotic and that worked up over a cell phone, most of us have cell phones and are
It
able...
was stolen and someone's trying to blackmail me with
Most
it.
of us have the ability to lock our phones just by calling a number, and the phone is locked and everything is wiped out. Most of us have a backup of what we have on our phones. However, Danny boy, if you choose to trust this world that we live in today, you, my friend, have made the biggest mistake of your life. I don't want your phone. I don't want your numbers. God bless the little Mirades, and I mean that. I have children of my own, so God bless everyone. I could care less who you call. I could care less who you know. My only goal is to make sure that you get the hell out of the MWF.
Well, I don't know if this is Dylan Cage in his little stalker games because he's still pouting because he didn't get to fight Carlito for the MWF Undisputed Championship at the Big Bang Birthday Bash or whatever the problem may be. You try and blackmail me, you're making a big mistake with your life. In wrestling, out of wrestling. I want the damn phone back, and then maybe there won't be any problems, or maybe there will be. Because if I find out you had something to do with it, Johnny, I'm telling you, you're not going to like what I want to do. And
Danny
I'll say
boy,
this, for the MWF Board of Directors, I promise there will be no violence at MWF Studios. I promise there'll be no violence in an MWF live wrestling event. I promise there'll be no violence at Holiday Headlocks. I will find whoever it is on the street and beat the ever-living hell out of them. Beat the ever-living head out of them. And then I'll tape it with my phone that they stole, and then I'll text it to them so they can relive it in the hospital and show the police how they had their ass kicked because they were a thief and tried to blackmail someone.
And now we have it. The psychotic Dan Mirade. The board of directors needs to act and act quickly. Danny boy, if your phone is truly lost, if you believe somebody has taken that phone, not the little
I
piece-
know it.
Dan,
It's not
Dan,
a
Dan,
game.
slow
It's
down.
blackmail.
Slow down, Dan. Look, I don't have to blackmail you. I don't need to play those little games. Those games are for children. I don't play blackmail games. You see how I act. I beat the living hell out of people in the ring. And if I want your legs broken because they don't like you, Dan, and you want to take me on, I'll have that done. Your phone means nothing to me. It's like toilet paper on a roll. It's useless. If you want to save your phone, lock it now with the phone you have now. Nobody will be able to access your numbers. Nobody will be able to access your information. Wipe the phone clean if there's pictures and things on there you don't want people to see. Danny boy, get with technology before technology gets with you. And that means, right here, you're very, very close to snapping. The rubber band is very tight. I hope the board of directors does see this. I hope the board of directors is able to reach a logical decision. You just about kiss their little butts. I promise I won't hurt anybody in the ring. I promise.
I just don't want to listen to them whine like you.
Please.
You got to remember, I still have an ownership stake in this.
You sure
I may
do.
have lost a lot of it because of Linda Mirade,
Yep.
but I still have an ownership
Yep.
stake in this organization.
For now.
So you know what? You're not the only one, Johnny, that can call a shot somewhere. I'm going to say this. We got a lot going on in November. Saturday, November the 9th, Fairmont, North Carolina, the middle school, Boogeyman, Cena Sr., Dylan Cage, keeping the kids off the street to help the South Robeson Rescue Squad. Great folks. I love that area of North Carolina, with the exception of a couple of people that have offices there. Saturday, November the 16th, Holiday Headlocks, Kowloon, Godfather, Papa Shango, Deborah, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Al Snow, John Cena Sr., and more. Check out the website for tickets on that. They're flying. But when it comes to the phone I had before this one, whoever is responsible for this phone, whoever is playing games with the pictures in the phone, the contacts in the phone, you will pay. I will make you physically hurt. I may have a physical disability, but that doesn't mean my entire body's dead, and the things I can conjure up in my mind to do are places you do not want to explore. Johnny, any final thoughts with you and Virgil?
No, I just wish you the best of luck in getting your phone back, and I hope that whoever you're seeing gives you the help that you need. And I'm sure that Mr. Zagami and I are looking forward, as you are, to November 9th down in North Carolina, and I can't wait November 16th for the Kowloon and Holiday Headlocks. From all of us to you, see you there.
Wrestling fans, we're running out of time on the November edition of the Superstar Zone. I'm sorry I'm so worked up, but it is what it is. We will see you again next month as we get closer to the holiday season. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Remember, don't drink and drive. You never know what harm you could cause, not only to yourself, but to someone else. From everyone here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation, our best to you.